Well, by golly, we're live. Oh, and speaking of by golly, Holly by golly will not be on tonight. Perhaps next Saturday. We'll see. Wow. What what a day since since 2 p.m. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. Next picks. Permission granted. Welcome aboard. James Catanese, welcome aboard. Hitch up and toe, welcome aboard. I know Carl's here. Uh, yeah, this is going to be a blast tonight. I'm serious. It's going to be a blast. All right. I mentioned to Carl that I think Tina, the outsider, or Tina's the outsider, I think she broke the internet. I haven't heard back from her. I do know that she was having computer issues or something. She's got a lot of issues going on. That's all she needs on top of her vehicle issues, as many of you know. But Carl, those doggone dogs. Maybe you should get some dog diapers for them. Hey, dude, they actually make them. Wait. Oh, okay. Tina's the outsider just posted something. The Dodge Grand Caravan 2017 electrical issue. Oh, she just posted a video. So maybe the internet and her computer are back up for her. But irregardless, she could use some help. And I'm going to announce it more than once tonight. If there's any possible way that you can shoot her a couple bucks. She's not begging. She's not one of those, oh, I need money. No. But she could certainly use a couple bucks thrown her way. So if you can find it in your heart, go to Tina's The Outsider. That's her channel name. Find her PayPal thing either in the, more, or just click on her channel and go to About. You'll find it there too. She does have a PayPal account. And I know a bunch of you that are here this evening that were here at noon. You've probably already done that. Buckeye Kitty, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Let's see. Nick's picks, all 2.5. Anyways, next picks. Whoever else. They really do make doggy diapers. Back, let's see. Now there's somebody else that's going live. Oh well. Oh, this was easily about 15 years ago. This is when I had goats. And the granddaughter, she was like third, maybe fourth grade. But we had acquired another goat, a baby goat. And she, the granddaughter, Willow, she wanted to take Joe and Dell. Whoa, how are we going to do this? So we went to one of the more major pet stores in our area. Can't remember if it was PetSmart or I don't remember right off the top of my head, but it was a big pet store. And we're shopping, right? And a guy I worked with and his wife happened to be in there at the same time. His wife's name was Bridget. Anyway, she says, "Oh, well, hey, what are you guys doing?" I said, "We're shopping for goat diapers." And she goes, "What?" I say, "Hey, we're shopping for goat diapers because Willow wants to take the baby goat to school for show and tell. And you know how goats poop." And she's going, "But seriously, we did find them. And seriously, yeah, the goat went to show and tell with a diaper on. How crazy is that?" But hey, yeah, it depends. It could have been by that brand. I don't remember. This is 15 years ago, but I don't know. I don't know if they gave grace for show and tell, but if they did, I'm sure that Will, had AAA or whatever. Okay, belly bands for Chihuahua. I've heard of that because the Chihuahuas they like to pee 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 pee. They stake in their territory. I've had a Chihuahua. Well, it wasn't a true Chihuahua. It was more like Tina's little Chihuahua. Uh, but I did have to put up with a PPP. All right. Oh gosh, we got 8 people in the house or more already. Frederick Heron, welcome aboard. Hits up and toe. James Catanese. Of course, Carl H. Next fix. D Bear. Hey, welcome aboard. When's your next video coming out? So we got partial evening crew in here. Okay, so as said, I went off the air at 2 p.m. Eastern this afternoon, and since then there's been a lot that's happened. Okay, Carl, Kiso is a Chiweenie, half Chi and half Dachshund, all beast. It's exactly what I had. Uh, we actually called him Chiweenie. He was exact, half Chihuahua, half Dachshund. And may he rest in peace. That was 20 years ago. I guess that's why we knew about animal diapers. Uh, yeah. You know, now here's something weird. We let believe it or not, I had 10 acres in the middle of town. And we let our goats run free. We were considered still a farm. So there was no township restrictions or whatever, no HOA, even though we were surrounded with condos and rich people and you name it. And I'm not trying to be weird here, but I don't know, it was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. Big goats were out in the front yard grazing. And all of a sudden, this big Cadillac pulls in. And these 4 dudes get out. "Are these goats for sale?" I said, "Why?" "No, they're not." "Oh, well, we love goats." "No, these aren't for sale." They weren't looking for pets. Not at all. Yeah, I'm just saying. They probably owned perhaps a Bosnian restaurant. I don't know. But no, I didn't sell them the goats. Someday I'll tell you about the goats. Good. Thank you, B Bear. And yes, Nick's picks. I have some nicknames. Yeah, this is weird. I know that perhaps a few people think, oh, Captain Jack makes up all these stories. You're correct, B Bear. Exactly. You are correct. Uh, I started to get worried. I would make sure the goats were in the barn before dark. I didn't let them stay out after dark. uh, yeah, whatever. Anyways, other news today. Uh, I was trying to get ready to do the thumbnail for this video, and there was a knock at the door. Well, guess what? Sensei Don is back. He left Lake Havasu, Arizona about 4 days ago, and he is here again. And I mean, he had a couple items that he got in Arizona. He also had some seeds. Anyways, gave me some gifts. But the most impressive thing, at least for him, he says, "You got to see this. You got to see this." We go to the back of his van. He's a Michigan resident still. He still has a Michigan driver's license still. However, on the back of his van is a Arizona license plate. He's so proud of it. And it's a 2-year plate. It expires in, I don't know, March of 2023. A 2-year plate. He said, I could have got the 5-year plate, but I was just kind of padding my money. Excuse me, you get a 5-year Arizona plate? I'd go for that. Yeah, again, if I could afford it. All right, B Bear. Bub's Backyard, welcome aboard. Yeah, okay, next picks. They probably did want to make some cheese, but no. I think they maybe owned a restaurant. B Bear. A guy at the park asked if he could cook Pepe and said that he would share with me. Oh, oh, okay. Are you shitting me? B Bear. Well, thank you, Bub's Backyard. Yeah, I appreciate the thumbs up. I can't see him here because I'm the host, but UFO, welcome aboard. No, I haven't had a chance to go to your channel. As said, Sensei Don showed up not long after the live stream this afternoon. And of course, we had to chat because he's been gone since before Christmas. And he almost fell on his ass out there. I got ice all over the yard. I said, are you sure you want to be back in Michigan right now? But I think maybe the ice will possibly be gone by Monday or Tuesday if we're lucky. We're actually supposed to hit 60 on Monday. I'll believe it when I see it. Victoria, hi, Vicky. All right. She's saying hi to Midnight, too. Hi, Midnight. All right. Well, what else happened this afternoon? Oh, more or less, not just this afternoon, but I learned a lot of things this morning. At noon, whatever. Uh, I learned about a part that's needed on Tina's van. And by the way, I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. I learned that I got to go to New Horizons concerning two videos or info videos. One is concerning the M21 meetup here in Michigan in September. And I'm sure that James or somebody can put the link there for the Michigan meetup. But there's also, of course, as almost everybody knows, there's also the Mayberry meetup, which will be, I think it's October 21, somewhere in there. So I'm registered for both. Yeah. And I think both are going to be epic. Everybody's going to be running around with their cameras. YouTubers, what do? They film. That's what they do. Okay, Carl says, clean 2 bathrooms, finish the bone broth, fed the dogs, had to fill the dishwasher, walk the dogs. I still need to make the bed and get ready for work tomorrow. You got to work on Sunday? That doesn't seem fair. All right, what else happened today? I got to get back to Tina. As said, Sensei Don is here. I do have a story that concerns what you're seeing in the background here, which has nothing to do. Well, actually, it does have something to do with our featured channel for today, in a way. But the only clue that you new people have so far is the thumbnail. That's all you have. Oh, that's pretty much it. Other than Tina has a royal keister. Anyways, let's put it on top here and we'll revisit it soon. Tina's the outsider, and maybe somebody could throw her link in. She is having some serious problems. She makes her living with her van. She does DoorDash. She does Amazon Flex. She lives in her van, by the way. And the fuel pump went out a few days ago. They replaced the fuel pump. Expensive. And now it's still not operable because apparently the fuel pump going down burned out a module. It's called a TPIS or TPS. I don't know. It's some computer gizmo. More bucks. Has to be replaced. Okay, number one, she's broke. Number two, that's her income. That van is her income to do DoorDash and Amazon Flex and whatever. Plus, it's her home. Anyways, she is not an e-bagger. But if somebody could post her link, Tina's the outsider. And if you have a couple bucks to throw her way on her PayPal account, I know she would crying. She would. She'll be crying. But she'll be very, very, very grateful. All right. Carl's got a teenager issue. Be Bear is a 1972 Ford F-150. And there will be a story coming concerning it. And it also actually kind of sort of relates, the story does, to our featured channel. Thank you, Hitch Up and Tow. Thank you. I appreciate that. What else? Was there anything else? Okay, I already told you that Holly by Golly is not on tonight. So I'll be doing a little storytelling. Yeah, about a cattle jockey. And now you know that Tina has a royal keister. Well, she shares a birthday with some royalty. So you never know. Ah, yeah. And I haven't gone to UFO's channel yet. I need to. Oh, I know what else. At 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right behind me, we will do a raid. And no, the raid will not be for RV on the Wayside. Why? Because we love you. No, the raid is for traveling salvation. And as we get closer to 7:30 p.m., we'll post a link and then we'll go do a raid. Uh, they are taking over tonight for RV on the Wayside. Uh, that's cool. Traveling Salvation. Yeah, they may get featured here one of these days. They are a cool channel. If you don't have Traveling Salvation, you need to. So I hope you stick around after I get done rambling and what's that song? Ramblin' Rose. Carl saying, oh, wait a minute. Let me be there. Either her channel or her latest video, either one. And then you uh, go into more if it's a video, and there should be a PayPal link down below. She doesn't post it out loud to anybody. Or you can go to her channel, click on her channel, and it'll show you her latest 5 videos or whatever. But over to the right, the far right, there'll be an about. And that's where you click, and then you'll definitely find her PayPal link. All right. Carl, hey, cut me a break when you say redheaded stepchild. You are dealing with a 14-year-old female, and I have a redheaded stepchild. The dogs are well behaved. I can tell stories about redheaded stepchilds, but probably get banned or what? Somebody will say, oh, that's a prejudice joke. That's inappropriate. You know what? Let's go for it. Been on here for almost half an hour. Let's go for it. You know where the redheaded stepchild came from? First the red hair, and then the stepchild part. Well, Daddy knew. The postman rings twice. Just so you know. All right. I'm missing a couple things. Mickey Mouse Club. The redheaded stepchild. I'll whip you like a redheaded stepchild. uh, I know it's there because I used it. I threw her as many bucks as I could a couple days ago. Oh, you guys are funny. Don't have scars yet. Are you redheaded, Carl? Oh my goodness. Ah, yeah, hitch up and toe. It's. I know it's there. You just got to go into Tina's about off her channel name, or click on one of her videos, and it should be down in the more. You know, the below the description. You click on more, and you find these different links or hashtags, etc., etc. You're not redheaded, Carl. Okay, that's fine. On the 17th, you'll be green haired. I just know it. Yeah, so I was going to do some uh, March 17th celebrating, but I changed my mind and I said, instead of blowing the green or sending something green, and I just said, okay, here's something green. And you are precluded from St. Patrick's Day, and I wish you good luck. Because she does. She needs some luck. She needs some prayers. And if you can do it, throw a couple bucks at her. As said, she's not an e-beggar. She is embarrassed that I'm trying to help her out by saying something. You're ugly and you're proud. Okay, I think it's time to start for the new people here tonight. See if you can guess the channel, the feature channel for today. It shouldn't be that hard. Well, it could be. For the night shift, the only clue you have is the thumbnail. That was it. Only clue. O'Malley. My girl's mother's maiden name is O'Malley. Well, my mother's maiden name was Brandel. So, yeah. But my last name is Winkler. So, it's German, Irish. I'm half and half. No, I'm not Heinz 57. I'm Heinz 2. That could be interesting. Carl, is there anybody with green eyes and black hair on your Irish side of the family? It's kind of rare, but it does happen. Oh, good. Thank you, Bee Bear. I know she was trying to edit a video. She was having some issues with the computer. And that's when I asked her if she broke the internet, because I was too. This computer did not reboot until 20 minutes before I needed to come on here. She's blonde. All right, Carl. Yes, Bee Bear. Like Fonz. That's my cousin. Tina's the outsider. There. Thank you, Hitch Up and Toe. Thank you for posting that link. Carl says his daughter is half Irish, half Italian, and she's called a catastrophe. I love it. I love it. That is excellent. That is an excellent play. I love it, girl. All right. Just where were we? I got to get into the story. It's about the channel that everybody's trying to guess. Although Carl knows, a few other people that are here tonight know, and they are welcome to follow our normal rules. They can drop wee little misleading hints for our victim, our feature channel. So, let's see. Let's go into some hints. Somebody throw a hint. I could get one. Let's see. What hint should I give? Thank you, Carl. Yes, you did. You did make my day a catastrophe. Half Italian, half Irish is a catastrophe. I may say it's a train wreck. Didn't Ozzy Osbourne sing something about her? Oh my goodness. Crazy train. That's it. Um, let's see. Oh, I know what I was going to show you. Hmm. It just fell off the shelf. I don't know why, but it did. Yes, I collect cars, small cars. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe that's not showing up so well. But I've had it for years. Anybody know what that is? Just for fun. Ah, you know what? It's HO. So I think HOs are 112, right? But I think it's on here on the bottom. It's Mattel J07 1186 MJI. Uh, one one. I'm not 100% sure. I would consider it HO scale. If I was doing a HO train display or anything, I would call it HO, which I believe is 1/16. So just saying. Now you gotta guess what the year of the car is. Watch it with the blonde stuff. Oh, so now that bee bear is blonde. A blonde bee bear. Oh, gee. Where I gotta stop. Okay, Carl, Frederick. Okay, here we go. Hitch up and toe calls a Matchbox. Actually, it is a Hot Wheels. Frederick Hare, you are correct. It is a Fairlane. Uh, Carl says Hot Wheels are not HO. Okay. I'll stand corrected. I have a couple thousand of them, but I bought them at yard sales or wherever. I have some new ones still in their packages. Never opened them. Bee Bear, her hair is spun gold. I have no argument. Aw, I like that. I like that. Really creative travel. Welcome aboard. Frederick Heron. I think you're correct. Let me check. I wanted to say 65 when I first saw it. It is a 66 Ford Fairlane. See? And it doesn't belong to Blue Van Dam. Weekend RV is on board. Welcome, Lassie. And your hubby. I'm glad you're here. And your hubby needs to, if he's off work, let me know if he's off work. Or if he isn't, then you can replay this in a while. Because I do have a story. Um, let's see who I'm missing. Captain Hack Scrapper. Thank you for correcting that. I was accused of being a hacker. Here's why. Then he retracted it immediately because he knew I wasn't. But this actually happened. This is another true story. Oh, good, Millie. He sold another car. This is going to be epic. 164th. Thank you, B Bear. Uh, are Matchboxes the same? I'm not sure. I have quite a few Matchbox cars as well. Although I have a lot more Hot Wheels. I don't have that many red line tires. I don't have that many of the treasure chest ones. I do have a few. Let's see. There's one. Needs to be dusted. It's called the tail dragger. And I understand that because my sister had a 41 Buick that was lowered in the back. But this is a treasure chest car. And I could have sold it way back when it was still in the package. I said, no, I like this car. So I'm keeping it. Probably be worth more down the road anyways. Yep. My sister had a 41 Buick. There, S scale. Okay. Uh, 41 Buick. Lowered in the back. And she's driving down our street. And our neighbor, about half a mile away, she had guinea hens. And half the time these guinea hens would run out in the street. And sure enough, had the Buick been normal, she would have been able to roll right over one of those animals, fowl, guinea hen. They're small and probably survive, but because it was lowered in the back, boom, killed a bird. Carl, so stop talking dirty to me. All right, car salesman works Monday to Saturday. We were off tomorrow. Okay. I'm still going to tell the story tonight, Millie, and we'll see. And also, I know you were here this at noon today, so you're perfectly. If you want to give a misleading hint, as to who our feature channel is for today, be my guest. Jerry Holly, welcome aboard. I was going to promote the M21 Michigan meetup tonight, but I do have enough notes on my. Everybody know, well, not everybody, a Michigan meetup in September. And I think it's going to be as big as the Mayberry meetup was last year. And then, of course, I think it will repeat. Mayberry, we had Mayberry 2020. A lot of us are already registered for the October meetup in North Carolina for the 2021 Mayberry meetup. And I think there's going to be at least we know there's going to be a 2021 Michigan meetup, the M21 meetup. And I just had this strong feeling that there's going to be an M22 meetup. Jerry Holly is guessing that the featured channel is Weekend RVing. Okay, Jerry, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. What brought you to that conclusion? Let's see. Carl says, he's talking to B-Bear. You watch YouTube for 8 hours a day? I would have never gotten away with that. All right, but let's see. I had a story in mind. This is back 20 years ago. Many of you know that I worked 30 years for a large medical conglomerate, if you will. Spectrum Health. Huge in Michigan. They just keep acquiring more hospitals and expanding. It's the largest employer in Michigan. Anyways, I worked 30 years. Yeah, okay, I got you, Jerry. She'll make up stuff. But she was here this morning, so she's allowed to make up stuff. And so are you, because you were here this morning, too. Meridian. No, that's an insurance company. Uh, as far as I know, they are not affiliated with Spectrum Health. However, Priority Health is affiliated with Spectrum Health. And we're talking big time. Hello? Yeah, one hand washes the other. All right, but now I'm going to go back to the day I walked into my boss's office unannounced. I said, I have a bone to pick with you. And he goes, what? I got along with the boss fine. I mean, big boss. He was like, yeah, big time. He was the head of the property management division. You know, we not only sucked up all these other hospitals, but we took over their buildings, and people like me were in charge of maintaining these buildings and also building new ones. So yeah, my job was, construction maintenance supervisor. But anyways, they had this new deal. Everybody was all excited about it. All you had to do is type in your name into the certain application on the computer, and it would show you exactly how many years you worked, your social security number, what your current wage is, what your starting wage was, what your projection wage would be. I mean, it was cool. It was really cool. Sit there and look at your profile and kind of get you thinking, well, I'm only making $35 an hour, but if I do this and this, I could probably make $40 an hour. Why not? But anyways, this was a nice benchmark. And then I don't know, by accident, Tina, welcome aboard. I did a little bit of shouting out, and I'll do it again. Or you can do it for yourself. I know you're a little bit red faced about it. That's okay. Anyways, as said, I said to the boss, I got a bone to pick with you. Shut the door behind me. And I said, look at this. He says, yeah, so? I said, well, look at this. And I scrolled. I said, my last name starts with a W. Yours starts with an M. And I scrolled. And I found his name. And it showed everything I just told you about what it was telling me. It would show me. And now we're talking a big boss. I'm at $50,000 a year. He was at 210. $210,000 a year was his salary. And his eyes went like this. He said, oh my God. I said, I'm not a hacker. He said, are you a hacker? And I said, no. I said, anybody could do this. I just discovered it by accident. I said, you can pull it up on your computer and scroll. And so he did. And sure enough, he could show. He said, well, I'm the boss, so I should be able to see you and everybody else in my department. All right. Do you want more proof? And he's going, He says, stand by. He pushed one button on his phone and got this chief, CEO, right then and there. He says, I think I may have found a problem because of Jack pointing it out to me. Can you pull up your computer and look at anybody and find out? And the guy obviously did. He goes, well, I'm the big boss, so I could. But then what he did, he called in his secretary. He said, I want to borrow your laptop for a few minutes. And he discovered that no matter where you were on the totem pole working for this company, I could, you're Joe Blow. I can look you up and I know your social security number. I know how much you make, when you were hired, when your birthday is. I could find out all of that. Well, that changed that afternoon. Somebody in the IT department really screwed up. Anyways, it was fun. Yeah, I'm not bragging. I'm not one to make a lot of waves, but when I find something that's certainly wrong, yeah, I'm going to make waves. I'm going to jump in with both feet. Okay, let's look at the chat a minute. Bear, not bad. Think about the raw goat material. No, not goats. And what will he be building? Just be aware. Okay, I missed something. Bear wants to get Tina's PayPal. Okay, there's another way you can get there. Tina Lank 01. That's on. Is that on Facebook or on Instagram, Tina? Can't remember. Alien Believers, welcome aboard. Okay, I'm missing the conversation between Carl and that blonde bear. So, there's the story behind me, but I can't tell the story until someone guesses the featured channel. Then I'll tell the story. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I actually put in I've done 2 so far. The resin decks. Different material to work with for sure, and the way you fasten it. But you look at the finished product and it's like there's no nail holes. There's no, yeah, you're not going to hurt your foot because it starts to decay, if you will, and maybe a splinter comes up like it would on a treated deck. I mean, if you got a resin deck, you now have to have any worries other than it's slippery when wet. But so is a wooden deck, depending on its age or how it's been treated. If it's been the stain polyurethane combination and then it rains, or yeah, you can fall on your ass on a wooden deck, but you'll definitely fall on your ass on a resin deck. Voice of experience. If you're barefoot, or if you're a blonde bear type of person. Okay, Tina, we'll see you in a few. Alien Believers, Ricks, Fences, and Decks. Okay. I got to get a sip. Now I need a. I know you're all going to be bummed out, but it's time for a smoke too. I won't smoke the whole thing. Okay, Carl says coat with a poly sand combo, free one. Oh, yeah, I have. I've not done it. I have seen it done, and it's a good deal until the sand, after a year, weather and heat and cold, whatever, the granules of the sand start to actually flake or pop off, if you will. And I hope you've got a Shark or a Zumba, or I hope you got a decent vacuum cleaner in the house off the deck. You think your dogs track in sand? Hello. Sell a hose or house in 2 years. Take the money and run. Go on, take the money and run. Go on, take the money and run. Good advice, depending. Yeah. I've made I made some profit over the years because I didn't just work 30 years for the health system. I still have my builder's license, and I don't have it now. I'm working under Tom's builder's license. I don't feel like doing all the paperwork anymore. I just work for cash. There. Okay, B Bear says she's going to sneak up on Carl, drill a hole in the port side. Port side is left, right? No. Yeah, port side is the right side. Okay. I'm a pirate. I know that. Or I should know that. Maybe I should have another beer and debate that. Uh, making game pieces. I have seen resin pours. Okay. Alien Believers. Okay. The 78 Ford is my first Boston truck. Actually, Alien Believers, this is a 72. Just so you know, and there's a story behind it. Uh, and you'll also see, I can change it in a minute. I'll do. You will also tonight be seeing who can tell me what that vehicle is. It is turning into a chess game there, Carl. B Bear, you're talking to me. Ah, now I got to scroll up and see what you said. Oh, you're talking to me. Okay. Well, I better put me mateys on the port side. See when you come swimming up, B Bear. No, I'm not going to keel haul you. I'd like to meet you, actually. You may go in the brig, but I'd just as soon meet you. Ah, yeah, it's up in Tulsa as well. That's a pickup. Yeah, it is a Chevy, James. Frederick says it's a 72 Chevy. No, it's not. It's a little bit newer than that. This is fun too. And no one's still, for you new people in here, you still haven't guessed the featured channel. But you've only had one clue, and that was the thumbnail. I suppose that's not really fair. The channel that is featured is in here tonight. Look at this. 72, 74, 75, 75, 76. Carl says not allowed. 77 says be there. Going once, going twice. Can I hear 78? 78, 78, going once, going twice. I can't sell it to you, Beaver. I got to have 78. Red hen. Yeah, I remember those. This is a Cheyenne. Carl says, is it a 79? James says, is it a 79? You are so damn close, but B-Bear got it right. It is a 78. If it was a 79, it would probably be painted a little bit different. Of course, this one's been custom painted, but yes, this is a 79 Chevy. Yeah, 61. No. But anyways, Carl says, damn it. All right. Gosh. Maybe I just go ahead and tell the story, which is an honor to the featured channel. Should I do that? Let me know if I should do that. Let's see here. Oh, next picks. He's guessing hitch up and toe. That's an awesome guess, but no. It's not hitch up and toe. Speaking of which, I better write it down who it is before I forget. Where's my featured channel paper? Uh-oh. Oh, I'm sure I'll remember. This, excuse me. This is the 13th Saturday that we have featured a channel tonight and today. And it's not just featured, it's honored. Everybody that's been featured, they're like, wow. And I'm having a blast doing it. It's a little bit different than the normal, shout out a channel. Now you got to guess who I'm shouting out. And they don't know it. The first couple, yeah, they knew that I was going to do something like this. But after that, especially after I did Badge, I think that was number 4. Well, Badge does not ask permission. You know what? That's a good policy. I'm not asking permission. You never know. I may just come into your videos, your live streams, or whatever you're doing, and I'll take a couple screenshots. You just never know. And I will not ask permission. It could be a big channel. It could be a little channel. It could be. I'm still trying to figure out how to do the NMs, the people who are a channel but they don't have any content. Got to figure that one out. Yes, it is. That's an awesome truck. The 79 Cheyenne or 78 Cheyenne, awesome, awesome. Hitch up and toe, reverse psychology, and it's Nick's picks. You know what? That is totally freaking awesome, dude. You almost figured it out. No, it's not Nick's picks. But I like your idea. Maybe I'll use a reverse psychology. I think I kind of have before, but I got to polish it. If you say all the 70s, you will get sooner or later, yeah. Nick's Picks wants to know if it's them. Well, Nick's Picks, do you own a red truck of any kind? Yes. Better to ask for forgiveness than permission. I know. Done that. There's been a few times I got my ass chewed, but there's also been a couple times that I was okay. Yeah, thinking about it, again, working for the health, I was taking care of the small building, and it was springtime, and there was an ant problem. This is a frame building, wood frame, and the ants were coming up along the edge of the wall. So I thought, well, I know how to take care of those little ants, and I sprayed it down the baseboards, sprayed them down with a mixture of Dawn detergent and water, half and half. No more ants, other than dead ants. Oh man, you're rebuilding a 55 Fargo. Oh, I want to see that. I got to go to your channel. You got pics, I hope? Alien Believer says it's Green Army. No, that's not the channel. You saw the top of a tree. Well, did you see the raccoon in the tree? No, there was no raccoon in the tree. However, that particular picture of the tree did come from our featured channel. And this morning's thumbnail with the white sand in Sandia, where is that? New Mexico. Nothing to do with the channel. So don't get sand in your eyes. And if you keep looking for that raccoon in the tree, well, I feel sorry for you. All right, James says springs are upside down, raised up. Yes, correct. Uh, the Fargo is a Green Army. Oh, cool. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at that. All right. Let's see. What kind of clue can I give? I could tell the story that would honor half this channel. Actually, it would honor both of them. Be there. Ants hate the smell of peppermint. A few drops they run. Oh, okay. Back to that story about getting my ass chewed. The manager of this facility complained to my boss that I was using unprecedented things I found on the internet to solve a problem, not approved by the health, the Spectrum Health, whatever. And so my boss is chewing my ass. Like, well, what do you want me to do? Call the Terminex or the small game hunters and we get to pay, God knows how much for treating the place for ants or bugs or whatever? Or do you want me to spend 50 cents or less and take care of the problem? No, you can't do that. It's got to be approved. And I'm like, you guys are just shooting yourselves in the foot. That's my opinion. All right, I'm going to go into the story. The story starts, and I hope somebody will maybe guess our featured channel as we start out on this story. That's a 1972 Ford F-150. And the ants go marching one by one. Yeah, sad that I killed the ants. It's like, don't piss on the step ants. Did they have cancel culture 25 years ago already? Maybe. Cruelty to ants. Again, don't step on a piss ant. I mean, don't piss on a step ant. How does that go? Anyways, alien believers has no idea. Okay, well, I'm still going to tell the story even though no one's guessed the feature channel. I will reveal the feature channel here in about 20 minutes, even if no one's guessed it for tonight. Yes, Nick's picks. Anyways, so I was working in Arkansas, a medium-sized, Harrison, Arkansas, the hub of the Ozarks. And I had like 3 jobs, so I only worked part-time at the Ford dealership. And I was a grease monkey. I prepped the new cars to put on the lot or the new trucks, and I would do oil changes for customers, grease, make sure everything's good, I didn't do tune-ups. I did do brakes, although I had another guy working with me when we did brakes, but that's all right. I know how to do brakes, but it was nice having a helper. I was helping him. Anyways, Jerry Holly says it's weekend RVing. Well, how does he know? He's psychic. Jerry Holly, you are correct. It is weekend RVing. And I hope they're here to hear the story, or I hope they will replay this, because I want to give James and Millie an honor, especially James, by the telling of the story. It'll tie in. So, I'm in my early 20s. This is like 1970, 78, 77, actually. Summer of 77. Now, where my work day faced out to the street, the main street. and off to the north of me was the lot. And usually it was mostly the pickup trucks, the brand new Ford pickup trucks that were out in front. And then they had another spot to the south that featured all of the cars. You know. Anyways, oh, good thing weekend RV, and I'm glad you're here, Billy. So, it's because I'm working part time. I didn't take lunch break at noon like the salesman did. Well, I'm in there. I'm in the garage. I'm underneath the car. It's up on the hoist, and I'm underneath it. I see this Ford pull up, in a lot worse condition than this particular one, but it was red, and it was beat up, and it had a couple dogs plus a farmer-looking guy with a big Stetson hat. And I mean, the truck was beat up. It was dirty. And this guy gets out, and he's got his muck boots on, as we call them, and he's looking at these brand new Ford trucks. I thought, well, I don't know why the salesmen aren't out here beating their brains up to help this guy. Isn't that the salesman's job? Somebody pulls up and starts looking, you should go greet them and yada yada. It could make a sale. But no one showed up. And so I wandered out there. I said, hello, sir. If you'd like, I'll go grab a salesman. He said, oh, yeah, that'd be great. So I walked back to the showroom where there's a little lunchroom that they had. I said, hey, there's a customer out there. Yeah, we know. I said, well, he would like to talk to the salesman. That old cattle roper, he don't got no money. Look at him. He's got shit on his boots. He's got shit falling off the side of the truck. Forget about him. I was astonished. But I went back out. I said, sir, they're all busy doing something. And I said, I tell you what, I know where you probably could get a little bit better service if you keep it under your hat. He says, where at? I said, about 3/4 of a mile up the road. And he's like, well, who is it? I says, it's a Chevy dealership. And I have a friend that works there. I'll let him, well, I can't let him know that you're coming, but ask for, I'll leave the name, I'll just call him Steve. Ask for Steve. That wasn't his real name. Anyways, the day went on, and I'm still working on cars and whatever. It was going on 4 o'clock. I'm getting ready to get out of there and go change my clothes, or take a shower, change my clothes, and go work at the cop shop. Yeah, I work for the police department as well. Anyways, all of a sudden, the guy with his 2 dogs and his beautiful Stetson hat still had dirty boots on, but so what? So what? Whoops. And he parked right by where I was working in a vehicle very similar to this, a bright, shiny red Cheyenne. And he says, sir, I didn't catch your name. I said, well, I'm Jack. He said, well, I'm Sam. I really appreciate it that you sent me to the Chevy dealership. Here's my new truck, and I'm so happy with it. And your friend Steve treated me like I was the king. I said, yeah, I knew he would. So, he said his goodbyes. Okay, thank you, Grand Marais. As said in my earlier video this morning and tonight, if there's any way that somebody can throw a couple dollars Tina's way on PayPal, please do. She needs a little help because that van is her income. Anyways, back to the story for the feature channel. So you know, we briefly chatted just for a minute, and he says, "I really appreciate that you sent me to the Chevy dealership." And he says, "I love this truck," and off he went. So one of the salesmen happened to see me chatting with this guy for a few minutes, and he comes out after the guy left. He says, "Who was that?" I said, "Well, that was the poor um, cattle farmer that you guys didn't want to wait on at noon today because you were busy having lunch. And you said he didn't have any money." I said, "That's his new Chevy." And he's looking at me. "Did you catch his name?" I said, "All I know is his first name was Sam." The moral of this true story is push your lunch away, go out there and wait on the customer. Whether you're selling cars or RVs or diapers, I don't care. The customer is how you make your money, especially if you're on commission. Which is more important, eating your $2 lunch or making 800, 900 bucks on a sale? That's where you should be, I would think. Go hungry for a couple hours, make the sale. Obscene gestures. Don't judge a book by the cover, no matter what they're covered in. Yeah, and I don't. I was raised that way too. Just because the man's got, steer shit on his boots and his pants are dirty, his truck is filthy, and his dogs bark. So what? He's a customer. You don't know. You just never know. It's kind of like there's an old song. I think I want to say Pat somebody. Anyways, it was about, oh my gosh, what are you going to do? Jesus is coming for dinner. Are you going to dust off the Bible? There's a little moral there. Customer service is totally important. And I do have another story about customer service, but I'll save it for another day. Um, yo, who knows how wealthy this farmer was? Maybe he wasn't really a farmer. Maybe farming was just a hobby for him. And I think it was. And he loved his dogs. Oh my gosh. Yes, if it's your company, it's really important. Had I owned the Ford dealership, I might have fired all of those salesmen for their attitude. Wrong attitude. Wait on the customer. I mean, beat your brains out to get there first. And I think James would do that. Now, most car salesmen, they're lucky if they sell one car a day. James has sold 3 in one day. I think he might be doing it right. Don't you think? God bless James and Melly. And I know that she is the wings or the wind beneath his wings. What a great couple. Uh, Weekend RVing does a lot of live streams, usually in the morning, not every day anymore, like they were for a while. It just depends on what time James has to be to work and this and this. You don't know the guy that loves his dogs? Yeah, well, it could have been you, Carl. Do you ever go by the name of Sam? By the way, Sam has passed on, but mm, yep. Thank you, Alien Believers. James is amazing, and so is Melly. Together, they have conquered a lot since I've known them. And I've only known them through YouTube for perhaps a year. Amazing people. Amazing people. And I still owe Millie a pole dance. It'll happen. It will happen. Yes, Carl. James is a good dude. Monday through Friday, 7 till 8 Central. Oh, so you have a scheduled time now. So Central Time is behind us. So that means if I get up at 5:30 and turn this computer on at 6 Eastern, I should be seeing you. Damn it. No, it's not too early. But now that I know about it, I can certainly do it. I can certainly do it. Fourth car for the month? Yes. And the month hasn't even started. Today's only the 6th. How many other salesmen can say that? That's like almost one car a day. He's probably wishing the dealership would be open on Sunday. Ah, oh, man, that's amazing. Okay, James says they're behind us. Okay, so if it's 6 here, then it's 5 there. So if it's 7 here, it's 6 there. So it's 8. So I can go to the bathroom and maybe catch a little more shut eye before I turn the computer on. Thank you, Millie. So 8 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Saturday, is when we can catch Millie and James, the weekend RVing, our feature channel for today. Awesome. Awesome possum. Well, I hardly say awesome possum anymore unless I'm talking about Phil Chutoy Causey in Graham, Texas. Awesome possum van works. And yes, you can camp there. And yes, it's cheap. It's $35. You're like, I'm not paying no $35 a night. Actually, it's been pushed up to $70 to camp there with electric, water. I don't think they have the sewer, but they do have a dump station. Yeah, it's $70 a week. We're talking $10 a day. Hello? Yeah, I'll be stopping in there. Great people. Great people. And they have a missing person in their family. And I didn't post it on my Facebook. I should have. But they have a 15-year-old boy in their family that is missing. Assumed to be a runaway with his girlfriend. Anyways, go to Phil Chutoy, CATWTOY, ditto or quote, whatever. Causey, Causey. Please look at their dilemma with the missing 15-year-old lad who may have gone to Nebraska. They're not sure. There's not a lot of information, but there are some good pictures of the boy, recent. So go check out Phil Chutoy Causey. Please. Who knows? Somebody may be able to help. I was thinking to myself, I should post this on my Facebook page, and I didn't do it. I think now, once I'm done here in another 10 minutes, I'm going to do that. It can't hurt. What can hurt? Okay, yeah, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Okay. Thank you, James. So we've covered a lot of ground tonight. We covered Tina as best we could. Hopefully she will get the right part for her van and get back on the road so she can earn some money to help. She's got to live. Her van is her income. It's also her home. Um, you know, Tina does Amazon Flex and she does DoorDash. She used to do Uber, but I think she's strayed away from that now, and I kind of think that's a good idea. I don't know if I'd want to be an Uber driver in Grand Rapids, let alone Detroit. Excuse me. Yeah, I know she's a tough girl, but still, yeah, it could be shitty, in my opinion. Um. Anyways, yeah, if anybody can visit Tina's The Outsider, give her some love if you can. If you can't, give her some love verbally, prayers, deeply appreciated. She is not an e-bagger by any means. So now I need. Hi, Tina. We were just talking about you. You were covered earlier and trying to cover you now again before I go off the air. Uh, the other things we covered were just me, Matt, rambling, telling stories. Isn't that what this is about? But they're true stories. The Spectrum Health story, true. This story, true. Thank you, Hitch Up until. Well, Tina, we all thought you broke the internet. Do you know I had to reboot this slow ass old computer 20 minutes before going live? And the only thing up in my tab is StreamYard. When I opened my browser, my email was not there. Uh, Facebook, not there. There was some bullshit that I haven't used in years, was there. But fortunately, StreamYard was one of the icons. Anyways, I clicked on it and here I am. Ramble on. Yeah, Ramble. What about Rumble? Who was it? Was it Carl? Oh, did I, Tina? See? Short term memory. Would you like to know what you did 3 years ago? I think I wrote it down. I know your cousin's birthday. What did I have for breakfast? Did I have breakfast? Obscene gestures. Aw. Well, thank you. There. I have put out a couple obtuse videos. Uh, there was one. Actually, it was so obtuse I didn't publish it. But I learned of animals in a trailer park uh, dying. Why were they dying? Because they were eating scraps of bread that were thrown out. The scraps of bread they had peanut butter on them. You know, hell, I might have ate one because I like peanut butter and bread. It was also laced with rat poison. And when I learned about that, I made a video and I was worse than that British guy about, you know, the book banning. Yeah, I use what do they call that? The F word a lot. I was mad. I was upset. I was ready to go over to the trailer park and start looking for somebody that's throwing out bread, and I'd kill them. That's how mad I was. I hope Buddy loves his vanilla ice cream. Little guy. Yeah, Tina, I'll show it to you someday in private. I did not publish it. I almost did. And I said, no, there's way too much. I did not take the Lord's name in vain, but uh, I could have sent it privately to you and obscene gestures because there was some of those in there. I was mad. Grand Marais. Buddy on a diet? Ain't happening. I asked Tina earlier today about when Buddy is with her when she's doing DoorDash. And she's picking up all this food to deliver. Uh, then I'm thinking, poor Buddy, smelling all this good food, can't have it. The little kid now he's going to have a sugar high. You go, Buddy. Bounce off the walls. Drive Tina crazy. Yes, obscene gestures. I totally agree with you. Okay, we are now getting approaching bottom of the hour, and I will not go over like I did earlier today. The noon was supposed to go from noon till 1. I went from noon to 2. Yeah, a couple minutes before 2. Carl. Yes, I hear you, Carl. I've had rescue dogs and rescue cats through my whole life. Um, Tina, you're both on diets. Yeah, we'll talk about that one at another point in time. Both on diets. Yeah, you with the royal key. Oh, shut up. um, okay, so one of my moderators, please. Um, I would like you to post a link, not for RV on the Wayside. RV on the Wayside is not on at 7:30, but Traveling Salvation is taking their place, and there is a thumbnail for them, but it's only 3 minutes away, so don't bother setting the set reminder. I think you can do this. Uh, Traveling Salvation. It's the traveling's easy to spell, but salvation is SELLVATION. On the this is weird because RV on the Wayside said traveling salvations. No, there's no S. It's traveling salvation. Duh, you had a 72 Chevy. Oh, I actually had a 72 Ford myself. I had a 69 Chevy, the C10. That was an awesome truck. You're correct, Troy. So you don't need no diet. So I need someone to post the link because I can't. I'm the host. I cannot post a link to Traveling Salvation. They will be on in 2 minutes. We can do a Captain Jack raid, if you will. And Traveling Salvation, you're going to enjoy them if you've not watched them before. They are a great couple. And the things they do, it's amazing. I keep thinking I should do something like that. I've even talked to Tina about it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's on the road income without having to put up with Amazon Flex or DoorDash. I don't know. It's just a thought. So I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that link to go to Traveling Salvation. Got to have it, and I got to go pee. All right, mateys. I'm sure happy that you came aboard tonight, and I hope you more or less enjoyed the semi-true stories. I mean, I shouldn't say semi-true. 99% true, a tiny bit of embellishment, but mostly to provoke some thoughtfulness on you the viewer, because it certainly provoked thoughtfulness in me when those stories actually happened and they were true stories from my experiences. Again, I'm glad that Millie and James were able to pop in here, or at least Millie did. James is still at work, but hopefully he'll get to watch part of this, especially the part about selling trucks, because I know that's the way he thinks when it comes to selling anything. The customer comes first. All right, it's 7:30. We got to go. We don't have a link, but go to Traveling Salvation, mateys. Fair winds and smiles, and may God bless. Good night, mateys. See you over at Traveling Salvation.